Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let's continue our lesson in history. The rise of nationalism in Europe. We are on the portion 2.2 portion. What did liberal nationalism stand for? So now this is the remaining part of that portion. This is the last part. Previous part we have talked about liberalism. Liberal means what does liberal think about, and now we are talking about in the economic field. In the economic field, such as buying, selling, trade, commerce, in the economic field, liberalism stood for the freedom of markets. Liberalism means freedom of markets. They could trade anywhere without any difficulties, without any hindrance. So liberalism in the economic sphere, you can say that field also. Liberalism stood for the freedom of markets and the abolition, removal of state-imposed states. There were various number of small states, countries. Each country they impose taxes for the traders when they move from one area to another area. So abolition of state-imposed restrictions on the movement of goods, capital, taxes, and these were removed. Liberalism stood for the removal of all these things. There should not be any restrictions or hindrances or disturbance while taking good from one region to another region. Because if they have to pay the taxes at a number of places, suppose they purchase a good over here, they have to travel long distance, crossing number of states, crossing number of small kingdoms. Now they have to pay taxes here, there, everywhere. So this will really become a great loss for the traders. They could not, it will hinder the trade. The trade will be disturbed. So liberalism stood for the freedom of markets. There should not be any kind of taxes such like that. So abolition of state-imposed restrictions on the movement of goods, capital, as well as paying taxes at a number of places. The German speaking, for example, the German speaking regions, the people who speak Germans, those areas distributed for a wider area. There were German speaking regions of 39 states, small country, small state, kingdom, ruled by each king. So there were 39 states, means 39 small countries. Just like in India previously, there were very small kingdoms, such as Darbhanga, one king, and in Madhubani there is another king, in Sitamarhi there is another king, like that. There were German speaking regions, there were 39 states, each possessed its own currency, having their own weights and measurements. This will definitely hinder trade and commerce. So such conditions with so many currencies, so many weights and measurements, and so many varieties and so many taxes they have to pay in each region or in each state. Such conditions were viewed as obstacles. Obstacles means hindrances that disturbs. Obstacle to economic exchange, to trade from one region to another region. The people or the commercial class, the merchant, find it very difficult to trade in such a condition. So economic exchange, hindrance to economic exchange and growth by the new commercial class. Commercial class means the traders, the businessmen find it very difficult. They thought it is an obstacle, it is a hindrance that disturb trade and commerce. These business class, commercial class you can say, these business class they began to argued for the creation of a unified economic territory. This business class, they began to argue that there should be only one country and Napoleon brought these countries under one rule. So these business class argued for the unified creation, means formation of a unified single economic territory, allowing the unhindered, without disturbing, unhindered movement of goods, people and capital. They argued that the movement of good, capital and people should not be hindered, should not be disturbed. So in 1834, what happened? In 1834, a custom means tax, from one region to another region. If they pass, they have to pay taxes to number of states. So in 1834, a custom union formed by especially the business class. The custom union was formed by Prussia. Prussia is the name of a country at that time. Prussia formed the business class, the trader from Prussia. They formed the custom union, an organization, and joined by most of the German states. And it was joined, this union was joined by a number of German-speaking states. The union, now after the formation of custom union, the initiative was taken by the business class of Prussia, and it was joined by the German-speaking other states also. Means they wanted to remove these taxes, the movement of goods and capital without disturbance. The union removed tax barriers, archane, that you can say hindrances. The union removed tax barriers and reduced the number of currencies from 30 to 2. There were 30 currencies. They find it very difficult to trade. So, and even measurements were also different. So from 30 currencies, from 30 states, small country. So they reduced the currency from 30 to only 2 currencies. A wave of economic nationalism. So this was the wave of nationalism. The wider nationalist sentiments, the people began to feel, no, there should be only one single country, not like this small varieties, small kingdoms. There should be only one. The sentiments, national sentiments was growing at that time. So people began to feel that we must have our own country. Number of German-speaking states. There should be only one German country, having only one currency and one weights and measurement. So a feeling of nationalism was growing at that time. So that was the liberal nationalism stand. Liberal means equality. There should be equal. There should not be any hindrance while moving the goods from one region to another, while trading from one region to another region. The business class should not get disturbed by this number of states, by number of taxes, different kinds of currencies and different types of weights and measurements. So in this way, liberal nationalism stand for this economic field. In the economic field, this type of sentiments was growing. The sentiments of nationalism, feeling for nationalism. So now in our next class we will continue our lesson. This much for today. Thank you for watching the video.